I just came back from the nursery and here are my gardener's treasures, truly treasures. Let me show you around what I bought. We have this beautiful old-fashioned nursery, Filanovski Farm, and it's just maybe 5-6 minutes away from me where I live. It's in Milford, Connecticut. And what I like about this nursery is that it was started many years ago by the Polish gentleman, and he unfortunately died several weeks ago at the good old age of, I believe, 93. I spoke to his son-in-law who was at the checkout desk, very talkative gentleman, and they run this place as an old-fashioned, slightly European, old European way. This is the first year they introduced the checkout machines where I can use the credit card. So I came without thinking that I need cash to buy my beautiful plants. And this year, thankfully, they were running the credit card machines. So look at this. I bought some wonderful plants here. Let me introduce you to them. I grew up in the garden of strawberries. And everything was very seasonal where I grew up in Ukraine, in the garden of my grandmother. She had a huge patch of strawberries. And I mean, we collected baskets and baskets of strawberries. So the whole year you wouldn't taste the strawberry. And then for 2 or 3 weeks in June, there would be strawberry overload. We would have literally strawberries for breakfast, lunch and dinner with polenta. That was another meal which is very popular in the mountainous area of Ukraine. So polenta and strawberries, that was my meal for 1 month, my dinner, the whole, every day for the season when strawberries are on. So I always wanted to have strawberries, and these are strawberries Honeoye, I don't even know how to say it, Honeoye, Honeoye. Let's see how they go. They are very healthy looking. They are already producing strawberries. I'm going to plant them in my raised beds, maybe here near my tulips. We will see. And my strawberries will be going. Because last year I tried to introduce strawberries. Rabbits ate them. So stronger protections for these babies. And I think we will have strawberry season this year. Not a big one, but still, it will be season of strawberries. Well, next one. Lantana, the nursery I came from, they are not really good with tags, but there are so many plants to choose from. It's quite different experience from your usual big home improvement center where you go in, everything is there for you tagged. Here you go from one big polytunnel to another, and there are like 30-something of them. Huge space, you can get lost there. And you can find all sorts of interesting things. You have to have your phone with you with a plant identification app or some sort of, you take pictures and Google the image to see what it is. Because some plants are in their infancy stage and you don't really know what it is. You might not know what they are. So that is highly recommended. Take your phone with you, as if we never take our phones with us, right? So this one is Lantana. And I love salmon color in the garden. I watch myself. Every time I look through the flowers, my eyes always stop at salmon color and then shades of blue. This is perennial blue phlox, blue moon it's called. And again, I am in my choices of plants, I'm coming back to my childhood, into the garden of old European beauty of my grandmother. I grew up with the perennial phlox. My granny had it in pink and white color. They were always growing around where chickens were moved for the evening to feed on the grass. And our job as kids, we had to chase them out of the phlox because chickens were scratching the soil and my granny didn't want them to damage the roots of phlox. So here's my introduction of phlox. And since I love bluish color in the garden, it is perennial. And surprisingly, my salvia, I don't think it's coming back this year. I planted it, it's hardy only to zone 7, and looks like because of our fairly strong winter, it did not make it through the winter. So I think I lost that salvia there in the front with its beautiful chartreuse foliage. So I bought 3 of phloxes, and they're going to go there into the front of the garden, right in the middle, and hopefully they will have enough of dappled shade there, because phlox doesn't really, it's a woodland plant, it's a gentle woodland spring blooming plant. It will have a nice presence there in spring. So this introduction is beautiful as well. Then I went for this, oh my gosh, look at this, rosemary. How healthy this rosemary looks. And instead of growing rosemary from seeds, which is not recommended, rosemary is growing very slowly from seeds. So if you want to have rosemary in your garden, it is advisable for you to buy small plants or big ones. This one costed me $25. Or propagate your own rosemary. Rosemary propagates very well. Well, this guy is not going to be, smells so good. My husband used it already for dinner today. It's not going to live in our garden through the winter, because our winters are cold here in zone 7A. But we will move it inside the house, and in our sunroom it will overwinter. I kept previous rosemary in the house for several years, and finally it just gave up living. But this one hopefully has enough of strength. Look how strong it is. Oh my gosh, the vigor of it. They fertilized him very well. So this is my next purchase. And then we have this Portulaca, I believe, right? Moth rose. No, is it called moth rose? I think so. I will put it on the screen. I want to make, somewhere there at the back of my garden, on a sunny location, I want to make a hypertufa container, but really like a drought looking. And I want to put summer blooming, drought tolerant plants there. So I think this one would be very good. This moss rose has succulent leaves, which means that this plant is drought tolerant. It stores moisture in its leaves. And I think it would be a good match with hypertufa. And by the way, they come in different colors. And again, the salmon color attracted my attention, so I decided to go for this tray. But it supposedly this tray has different color blooms. Okay, and the last one, the last tray is potato vine. Always wanted potato vine, always looked at it growing so vigorously in other gardens. So here I have it. It is a whole tray of 8 plants. So this season there will be a lot of potato vines growing in my garden. But again, I love this cheerful green color. And it can really brighten up some semi-shade corners in the garden. So we will see. I will have fun time planting all this. So this is it. All this came today from the nursery. Love it, as if I went on vacation, seriously. All right, my dear gardeners, I will see you in our next video. Happy gardening!